Welcome, everybody, to the first live podcast, live from Johnny's North, right here at 401 North 2nd Street in lovely Lawrence, Kansas. We're opening up the 2024 season here with our Champions Preseason podcast. We've got a representative from each team, so I'm going to start here directly to my right. Representing the Honey Badgers, I have Kenny Caberline. To his right, we have representing our bar, Chris Robinson. To his right, we have representing Johnny's Michael Linton. And to his right, we have representing the Ghosts, Katie Keating.
Does nobody have nicknames anymore? What happened?
I want to be straightforward. You guys,
Okay.
what do you want to be referred to?
Just like
Lord of the... All right, we've got Lord of the
It's already
Badgers.
taken a weird turn from the very first minute, so...
So I just wanted to jump in here. The 2024 sponsored charity this year is the Douglas County Special Olympics. So let me pull up my thing here. I have a couple of...
That's my cheering from the abyss.
So last year, just in the state of Kansas alone, there were over 4,400 athletes that competed in the Special Olympics, and there were over 602,000 in the U.S. and 3.9 million that were represented last year in Germany in the Global Special Olympics. We've had some conversations with the Douglas County chapter, and just looking at their summer events alone in the past 2 to 3 years since COVID, most of their events have gone from 1 day to 2 to 3 and some 4 days because of the participation. There's the growth in the Special Olympics over the last 10 years alone has been almost 40% in the participants and almost 50% on the side of the volunteers and the people and the sponsors that are involved. So the cost just keeps getting more and more, and there's not the backing. And so I'm really, really excited that this year we're going to be donating our raised funds to the Douglas County Special Olympics. Hopefully, we'll be able to cover the cost of all of their athletes, which aren't just located in Douglas County either. It's regionally, so it spills over into neighboring counties and then other parts of Northeast Kansas as well. So it's a great charity, a great cause. We've got some stuff in the works for Game of the Week and having some representation out there from some Special Olympians. So really looking forward to that. So just wanted to give a shout out to the Douglas County Special Olympics, our chosen charity for 2024.
Love it, man. That's great.
Don't want to forget to mention here tonight at Johnny's and every night the kitchen's open till 11. So come on down, grab some food. The bar's open till 12. If you want to call and make some reservations, 785-842-0377.
Also, come on down live. We're here for another hour and a half, and your lovely Connor is serving us drinks.
Yes.
Up here in the up and under.
The up and under.
Johnny's upstairs, or Johnny's North.
Come heckle Cougar, please.
So without any further ado, Cougar's here.
Yep, 20 years, still here.
20 years.
I'm like a bad rash, can't get rid of me. Well, not yet.
Got rid of him yet.
Yeah, not yet. Well, you gotta try harder, exactly.
I thought Jello Wrestling would do it.
Oh, Jesus, God. Not that.
So let's just jump right into brief recaps of the champions that are being represented here. Normally we start at the top, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Your Cup champions, Michael Linton is here on the mic tonight. You want to give us a brief description of that victory?
How many things went into the cup?
Oh, God.
It was almost exclusively alcohol went into the cup, I think. Yes.
Almost exclusively.
Oh.
I think it was exclusively. There you go. No, it was a fun day. We played squids in the first game and had kind of a, in-hand lead that we tried to completely blow. And I think we went to extras with them and won on a walk-off, which was fun and exciting. And one way to start it, we decided to wear yellow headbands because Zach Knockbar would always wear a headband. And we all, threw them in the trash can after that game. We then played Post House, which, as Bryson has said, is maybe a better team than us. Thankfully, we're able to handle them. And then we played I'd say some of our best friends in KTC in the finals. Kenny Flanders was battling some pretty gnarly back issues, so we didn't get them at full strength, but we're able to shut them out and bring it home after the game. It was that weekend that the Johnny's Blue Collar Lager, they started canning from Free State, and so Spencer after the game had like 6 5-gallon buckets full of them for us, so we had that, and it was a good time. Lots of fun.
All right, and was it a first time as a shutout in the Cup?
Well, it was last year. Before that, it was Kansas Tree Care. They shut out Global Cafe.
Right. That's right. Okay.
5-0. Last year was 6-0.
So second.
Yeah, but
and
the first time champion since 2019 was Global Cafe as the first time champion in the Cup. So yeah.
All right, so moving along, we're going to look next at the Twain champions. We've got the King of the Badgers, Kenny Caberlines here. Lord.
This is no monarchy.
He fought in the open He fought in the open plains of the Serengeti to earn that title, and I don't want to short sell
I don't know
him.
if you remember. You remember Mr. Matthew Cosgrove posted a picture of a badger out at YSC that very weekend. That's when I knew. I told the team, guys, this is a sign. We got to go back to back. And you know what? We sucked it up, and we did it. Shout out Cosgrove. I don't know if he just placed that out there to boost morale, but it worked.
I could totally see him capturing a badger and letting it out just for a photo.
That's not honey badger, regular badger.
He knows
Regular badger. The honey badgers are exclusively, I think it's like South African. I've done my research.
It's African, not South, just African.
Well, you know.
That's a different continent entirely.
All right. Well, I didn't, Geography wasn't
Different
my
part of the
main
continent.
thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's close enough. If we're looking at a globe.
That day was crazy, if I remember correctly. That was the hottest day of the summer, was it not?
There's a Twain.
it was quite hot.
The Twain's in the building.
The Twain
Shout
has
out Mr.
arrived.
Aaron Brooks.
I don't know. Most of us were there.
Look at that in its glory.
It was a warm day.
Yeah, I think it was like, what was the real feel, 130 degrees?
No, it was nowhere near that.
It was ridiculous.
I popped it up, and it was 117.
117.
I did a lot of research on the weather,
Fucking
and that
close
was
enough.
That was with
that
the
was
heat
already on
indice.
there. That was already
That
on
was
there.
with the heat indice.
I don't think we've had anything for this next year yet. It's a work in progress. But it was a really fun day. I think we started off the day. Oh, shit. There was a lot of beers drank that day. I don't remember. It was hot. There was beer. I remember playing the first game. Oh, Bunt and Grind. I'm sorry. We played Bunt and Grind. We played way too hard like we usually do. We were hurting. We went and played D-Holes the second game. We've had a lot of really close games with them. We got them in the Twain the year before. Just a little bit of hostility there. They came out and just kicked their asses off. I think it was like 19-17, very high-scoring game. Hammond coached them up great. They knocked us out. We were a little bummed about that. I told everyone, the day's not over. We're gonna go get this Twain. We're going back to back. Then we went. I don't remember who all we played. Honestly, I drink a lot of beers.
We played the Tropics.
We played the Tropics. Oh, that's right. Cougars team. We played Cougars team. We beat them. Because of course everybody knew that would happen. Yep. Cougar was grimacing in his dugout the entire time.
Was he wearing a purple shirt?
Yeah. I don't remember. All I remember is we played the championship game. It was against Sod Squad. They put up a great fight. It was a lot of fun. It was a good day, man. It was a good day. Obviously, we had our hopes set a little higher, but we're hoping to bounce back this year and make a run for the Cup.
Well, there you go. Looking to make a back-to-back-to-back.
Maybe
if we go in the Twain.
If it happens, it happens. I won't be mad at it, but I'd strive to go higher.
Yeah, undoubtedly. We'll talk about that schedule here later. How you feel about it?
For sure.
Oh, you didn't miss anything. Not yet. We're going to get to that schedule talk here with the Lord of the Badgers, Kenny. Moving on next to the Diana Plate champions, the Ghosts. Katie. No nickname. Keating.
I have my ghost behind me right now.
I know,
too.
they scared me.
Baby K's in the house. Shout out to Kamari. It's our future ghost from like 2036. I don't know. I can't do math. It was a really fun day. I think everybody, including us, honestly, were surprised that we got to where we were. That last game, we lost to Young Spine, as I just confirmed. Oh, well, Junior wasn't surprised. No, apparently I was the only one. I think that in a general sense, though, we ended up playing Triple X for that championship after a really close game with Rick Rollers. And unfortunately, Sam was hurt, which is basically their kind of bread and butter and glue of their team, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that really kind of put a damper on their game. So we played really well, and we're really excited to come back and be, 9 spots up from where we were last year coming in the beginning of the year. So we're happy. We're excited. We're we'll see what we got. And we haven't really lost anybody, so we'll be good this year.
I remember that day, and I remember just looking over, and I just keep hearing like yelling and excitement. I look over, and it was
we
you
never
guys
stop yelling, that's
every
for sure.
time. And there's a couple teams that are super
my
loud,
coaching
but
style.
you guys were definitely one of the loudest teams last year. And anytime you guys would rally, you could hear you from 4 or 5 fields away. Like
100%.
And
Always.
that's kind of our trademark too. Like
Yep.
sometimes noise does it. Gets
Yeah,
people
and I
up
think that's our
going,
MO.
and
Like I know, like they always yell at me for yelling, but that's what I do.
Sometimes you gotta yell.
It's the only way you got to do it. yeah.
happy yells. Happy
Week
yells.
1 to week 12, just yeah.
I have no comment on that. Now we're going to move on to the boot champions, our bar. No Clay to get loud. There's no yelling. So good news for the
Clay's
baby.
not here.
He is at home.
Can we shout out Clay though? Congratulations.
Shout out to parents and
Yeah.
future
Yeah.
KVKL
I
or
saw
babies
him
in the
last
league.
Sunday, and he
has
a dad glow to him now. Like a
yeah.
dad
Glow?
it's
Is that
like
a thing?
It's
Okay.
like a dad aura.
So are you telling me they put in a tanning bed at his gym?
Maybe I don't know, but he already had kind of this glow, but it's a
Yeah.
new glow.
Indeed.
But he reassured me it's same Clay. He's still bringing the noise.
Same.
Fucking
Oh
hard.
yeah. I got to meet Baby Pearson. That's
How did that go?
I met her right before I came here, so it was fantastic. Yes.
Good job.
Yeah.
So give us a little rundown of your tournament appearances last year.
Tournament appearances.
We can skip the first round.
I'm gonna try to remember the best I can because a lot of seasons mushed together for me at this point. But I know we played the Ringers first. Is that who it was?
Yeah.
The Ringers, right? Yeah. I believe that was a run rule. Finished up early. My dad came out and cooked some great ribs, so that was perfect.
Very
for
nice.
The next game, by the way. Did you have some, Katie? No, but I heard about them. Oh, they were fantastic. They were really good. Gonna try and make that happen again, so you'll get some. I'll make sure you get some. But yeah, had some fuel, and I believe we played Posh Wash for the final. You guys went extra innings with
Scoonies.
Scoonies. Yeah. Can you not hear me? Better? Not close enough? Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Angle it towards you.
Yeah, so
like it's a drumstick.
perfect.
Wait, which drumstick?
Chocolate, double chocolate.
Okay,
chocolate
make
with
sure.
fudge.
Okay.
OG drumsticks are
Phenomenal.
god tier. Don't get me wrong.
With the almonds, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have to have the almonds. Okay.
Chopped.
Yes. So yeah, you guys. I think you guys went extra innings with Scoonies.
Yeah.
I think
It was
I don't.
a long game.
I don't think that helped you
That
guys.
is-
Was that the
when
game
it
that
came to us.
that
Yeah, that we had
Taylor
to-
that Taylor got hurt and we had to have the ambulance come out?
No,
right?
no,
that was not that. That was the previous
before.
week.
I was repping
That was-
game.
that was the first
before.
The first game, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, Sean, we played you guys for the boot. I know there was a lot that went on in that game. It started out close in the beginning. We played very close for the first couple innings, and then kind of blew the doors open. So I don't remember. That was a run roll. Yes or no?
Yeah, I believe so.
I think it was technically.
I think
a
it
run
did
roll.
get to the run roll.
But it was in
thankfully.
later innings. We were in 7 or 8. I
Yeah,
believe.
I think it was in. We went through 7. We
Yeah.
completed because you guys were home.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was a great game. I mean, I had fun. I loved playing with you guys and Kevin and everybody that you got over there too. So, but no, I think our bar played pretty well in our run to the boot. So.
Indeed.
If we're still going to talk about what went down on championship weekend, last weekend, shout out to the board for making 3 games in one day happen for everyone who did play 3 games.
Yeah.
We just talked about 3, 6, 9, 12 games that all happened on a single day in the heat of summer in Lawrence, Kansas. So we never can control the weather, but
Weather last year was
yeah. And you know what? We're not going to know what's going to happen this year either, but we played
Yeah.
a lot of kickball. It was a lot of fun.
Just
So,
keep our fingers
yeah.
crossed. Hope for good weather. I mean, that's all you can do. No tornadoes.
Yeah.
Maybe a tornado or two. Who knows?
rain dancer too.
Yeah,
Please
I
don't
mean,
make me dance. No.
anything to keep it clear, especially knowing that this year we're going to be playing straight through.
Yeah.
And let me just preface, a lot of I've heard a lot about the scheduling and the perhaps lack of weeks off due to travel or holidays. Trust me, I know exactly how a lot of people feel. I have to plan out my personal vacations at work for the entire year in February, have it approved February 1st. So I have to, that's everything is plotted out February 1. So I totally understand, but also keep in mind, as much as I think we all love the city for allowing us to play the game we play, they also have given us very tight parameters to operate within. So keeping that in mind, if we want to be able to play 10 games and a playoff and avoid what we played 3 games in one day of last year, this is the schedule we're looking at, and it's a best case, perfect world scenario. So everyone keep your fingers crossed for the best weather possible, because we get a very limited amount of time to work within, and we try and give everybody the same experience that I think we've all come to expect. Through 10 weeks and then the playoffs, it's
100%. I mean, we have people that like Sean, you said, they're dedicated, that put their PTO in months before for just coming on Sundays. I do the same thing in my job, and unfortunately that's not always the case for me. But I think on piggybacking and moving on in that regard, as a board, we also are discussing still having heat index rules. We're waiting for the city to come out with their decision on what their index rules are going to be. They are going to be doing them before this year, per what happened last season. They're just not in our rules right now because of what we're trying to follow with the city and waiting for that to come out too. So,
yeah, just following those guidelines. You can't. We've attempted, and we have the wording and language to be preemptive on it, but we also have to be completely reactionary based off of what the city guidelines are that we have to follow, because we could say, hey guys, we want to play today, and the city could say, no, it's too hot. No, it's just like rain. Sometimes you got a really good soak in and you're going to be able to play. Some days you're going to walk out and it's going to be bubbled up, and we'll catch you next week on grass. Suck it.
It's going to be hot. I'll tell you
not
what.
because
It's
Costco
gonna be
flooded the
hot.
fields.
Yeah.
It's a prediction.
Yeah, leave Cosgrove alone.
No.
So before we delve into the week one, I know Cougar, you've got a couple of, let's go over the name changes for this year first. Cause there's only one team that is not returning. That was the Dumbbells. We had a lot of folks that are doing the Lawrence life cycle and moving on to Kansas City. Is that big next step. So the Dumbbells were not going to return.
Yep.
They were replaced this year by an applying team, which is the Midnight Tokers. That's
10 out of 10 name.
10 out of 10 name.
10 name.
And they are captained by Barry Littlejohn.
My man. Coach Hoskey?
And then, so you've got the list there.
Co-captain
Well,
is
I
Trosco
memorized
as well.
the team names. That's what
I know.
changed.
Like I said, there's a few name changes.
there's
That's
four of
the
them. There's
only
four of them.
full franchise debut that we've got this year.
So
welcome to the league,
wait,
Midnight Tokers.
Yeah, so
There's 5 team names.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
So Button Grind, the old Button Grind is now Recess Rejects.
Correct.
Okay, that's one. Yingling is the old 23rd Street Brewery.
Correct.
Okay. We got Cyport CBK is the old, which is the old Posh Wash.
Dumb name.
The old Kansas Tree Care is now Taco Zone. What's the 5th team?
That was 5.
Oh, that's right. The old Triple X, thank you, is now LFK Rays.
What about JDE? Didn't they do something?
They did add.
John never experienced Shift.
Yeah.
SHYFT.
Yes. JDE Shift.
Is that legal? Is that a Scrabble word?
Yeah.
Technically, we have
Sponsor.
not gotten fees for a new team name for a play card. So
Is that Scrabble or
hasn't
Shift?
really changed
SHYFT?
officially.
Shift. And then also the Honey Badgers, we have a new sponsor. We are now sponsored by Kurt Gieser and State Farm.
Oh, Geezer's
Like
back.
a good neighbor, Honey Badgers are there. Thank you.
I'm sure State Farm will appreciate you stealing their slogan.
But I'm working on the transition.
Oh,
There you
Jesus.
go.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So getting ready. It's hard to believe, but we're finally here.
Yeah.
Week 1, opening week. Let's just run them down right from the top. YSC 1 at 5 p.m. We have the Honey Badgers at Global Cafe. Kenny said that he thought his schedule should be harder, and he thought that playing Global was a low-hanging fruit week 1. At least that's what him and Aaron told me. He said their first 4 weeks were too easy.
Sarcasm is
for sure.
heavy here at Johnny's. No. You know what? I couldn't think of a better team to start the year off with. Global. They're a tough team, man. They're a tough team. So what better way to get everybody ready than go out and fucking get right into it? That's going to be a fun game. We haven't got them yet. That's a team that's hard to slow down. Mm-hmm. Isaac, Mike, Z, Jimmy. There's a lot of speed on that team. We're pretty quick ourselves. We're going to do what we can, man. We got a couple new additions ourselves. I brought over Miss Kyra Moore and Piper Moore from the Tropics. Joined my team
boy.
this year. A couple new women on the team. We're really excited for them. The rest of my team is pretty much
That's quite the
guys
one.
I've had.
That's quite the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, they're awesome.
I would say that was
City League with me.
30% of the Tropics offense last year.
Well, we'd love to hear that. They're both awesome. I played City League with them. We're super excited to have them. They're awesome athletes. They're super excited. I did get Cougar's blessing before they came over. I don't snipe players. Well, I'm happy to have them. They're
Moors
awesome.
are
They're
delightful.
excited.
I am wondering where the rest of your roster is, though, because it seems pretty thin right now from what you
Well,
put in for your
you
registration.
said 10. I put 10 down. You said
Okay,
put 10
I see.
people.
Okay.
I was feeling
That's
a little
it.
lazy.
There we
That's
go,
all you
3-2.
get. That's all you get. You guys know my team is mostly my friends. We joined the league together. We played together for years and years.
You're
only put 10.
fine. You're not the only one.
It's a requirement. I'm a requirement
Dan
guy.
Mock did the same thing for the Roos because I thought Carolyn and Sarah Walk were important.
like, wait a
because they
minute.
weren't on the roster, and I was like, wait, what?
We have like 14, 15. The only person we lost was Mr. Nick Burdick, who joined my team from Hookah House back in the day. He went over to join JDE. He plays soccer with them, so no hate whatsoever. I hate to see him go. Yeah, he is kind of an asshole. I actually ran into him
right in then. Just
this weekend at Replay, and
What you guys play them this year?
we
right?
do.
I think you guys play like week
It's gonna be
7.
kind of a blood
7.
match.
Yeah.
It was really sad to see him go, but Nick's my boy, man. I'm
I have
glad
to talk
that-
to Marcus to make sure we get some eyes on that.
Absolutely. I'm excited for him. He's got a starting spot. He kind of split spots with me. Most of the guys on my team, they've been in their same spot since I've taken the team. So it's hard. Nobody really just joins the team and takes a spot.
Yeah.
But we're excited for the year, man. We couldn't be more excited. We got a tough schedule, but I mean,
Not
I'd
tough
rather
enough.
have a tough schedule than run over a bunch
Exactly.
of teams. Get you ready for the playoffs.
See where you're at week 1. That's going to be a great matchup. With
I'm
Global.
hyped. I'm hyped, man. And all the people on that team were my friends. I played in tournaments with them. I played City League with those guys. It's going to be all love, man. All love.
YSC 1 at 7 p.m. One of our first name changes, the Recess Rejects at Late Fees. I know watching and playing against Late Fees last year and seeing this new look Button Grind, I think this is going to be a real good test to see where Button Grind's how their season's going to go. Can't say their whole season will depend on week 1, but I think it's going to be a real good.
They lost a couple.
They lost.
They lost a chunk of.
They lost.
Yeah.
50% of their team. So It'll be interesting. I think it's going to be a really good match.
And late fees is the same team.
Yeah,
they
late fees
it's
is
literally the same exact team for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years now.
By the way, it's a
so.
rematch from last year's Week 10 between these two teams. But,
Yeah.
Well, now it's LFK. It's LFK Rays, right?
no recess.
Recess rejects. They beat Liberty Hall late fees
Yeah.
13-5.
I was going to
Week
say
10.
they
ref that
did
game.
win last year,
13-5.
but it's going to be a completely new
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
And I mean, if I had to pick them, I'd go on late fees all day.
Really?
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
YSC 2 at 5 p.m. One of, I think, my picks for must-see TV of the week, The Ghosts at the Harpies. That's going to be one hell of a way to start off the title defense for the Ghosts.
Harpy lost some players.
Added some players too.
Did they?
I mean, they've added a couple. I mean, the core, I would say, like outfield of their team is basically gone, and they're definitely moving some players around that they've got that are back. But I mean, we lost 2 players. One of which is retired and one went to a different team. Chance is playing for Rick Rollers this year, and Tyranny decided to retire this year. So we gained a couple that really doesn't change the core of our team, but unfortunately Junior might not be there our first week because of some graduation things that happen with family. So I think that might hurt us a little bit in the outfield, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens there. But it's going to be a really good game no matter what. I think for both of us, it's a good matchup for the first week, trying to just see where we're at going into the beginning of the season more than anything.
I don't think it's much of a surprise where our Bars Alliance is, but I will say I think that's going to be a fantastic game. And if I don't have to
it's going to be a very, very competitive game.
If I don't have to
100%.
ref at 5, I'm probably going to be on YSC too. So.
Hell yeah. Nice.
You're a captain. You're right.
All right, following them up, YSC 2 at 7 p.m. The KBC Tropics at Young Spine.
That's another banger.
Yeah, this is another banger for sure.
And this is a pick'em game, by the way, guys. This is a pick'em game. So real quick with this team, KBC Tropics lost some players. Like I said, 2 of them went over to Kenny's team, that's the Honey Badgers. A couple of them outfielders went over to Lawrence Sure Factory. You're going to miss them. And one of them went to Rick Rollers. Jeff? Well, I said one of our ladies went to Rick Rollers.
So how many players did you switch over entirely?
So what's that?
What was the turnover on that team?
What was the turnover?
5 players went to 3 teams. Went to 3 teams. But the Tropics added 5 players, so yeah, they did.
Yeah, I would.
5 new players, or were they already?
Two of them are from Jazz House. 3 of them are new players.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but either way, I think that like we ended up practicing with you guys on Sunday and just seeing who you guys have picked up and the athleticism just in that team in general. I still feel like that's a great pick-up game for
the only thing is that it is the E word, experience.
Well,
Once they get acclimated to the sport, acclimated to the team, how quickly they can pick it up, that is the key.
No one's got more experience than you, so that should.
I'm retired. We shut up. I am
Cougar doesn't
retired.
play, so where's the experience?
I am
anymore?
not in play. I'm retired. I'm retired. I'm a sponsor. I'm a big mascot with a big old head.
Oh, so you're not really coaching the team. Oh, okay.
I'm just third base coaching, and that's it. Okay.
So you're not on the team either. Oh, okay.
Fields away.
Just confirming that you're not on the roster either. So
Whatever, Kate. There'll be a waiver signed.
As somebody
Anyways,
that got the privilege of
you
playing
signed a
lot
waiver?
we'll have by paper.
For what?
With paper.
ref?
The paper.
Probably have
paper.
ref waivers so that people shouldn't be.
I'll still
reffing.
do it by principle. Anyways, back to Young Spine real quick. This is going to be a good match because when the KBC Tropics started 2 years ago, the first match was Young Spine. This is not the same Young Spine because this is when Aaron's got this team from 2 years ago when they break away from Channel 6. Totally new team. This is a different team. It's a good team. They gave Johnny's a run for their money in the charity tournament.
I refed their games in the charity tournament.
They good.
Hey, that's a whole
from
new
both
team?
teams. Yeah, so they're a good team. So
Hey,
KB's
man.
trying to let their work cut out. Yes.
A lot of athleticism on that Young Spine team.
Yeah.
Do not sleep on them. I
So-
don't know. Where do they sit at in like? We don't have to go.
No,
over
I
the
only
schedule.
just check the schedule. I don't have that. So
I will say I ref them, and they got a lot of new additions.
Yeah.
That team I would not sleep on. Man.
Okay,
They
so
are-
let's do the
they're
pick'ems.
good. They're good.
I'm last. So who wants to do pick'ems between KBC Tropics versus Young Spine? Who wants to go first?
Chris, go first.
Go, Chris.
As somebody that got to play a lot of fall ball with Matt and Ryan last season, I'm going to have a hard time not picking the Tropics in this one. I'm not going to say I'm sleeping on Young Spine.
Nor should you. No.
But I know that there's a lot of experience on the Tropics. I had a blast playing a lot of fall ball with Matt and Ryan, and I know they bring a pretty high IQ to the game. So it's going to be a tough matchup, but I think I would have to pick Tropics.
Okay. Who's next with the pick'ems? Down the line. Michael?
I'll go next. I think I also got Tropics. Like you mentioned, right, the experience piece for your team will be an interesting kind of
Hope so.
question mark.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I know charity tournament-wise, Young Spine did have Isaac and Mike Z and all other decent ads.
But the other players were good.
No,
The
I
other
agree.
players are good,
No, they're certainly not the same team they were.
Young Spine has crazy speed.
They do.
No, it'll be a good matchup.
Yeah. You want me to go? Who's next? Pick 'em.
I'll go
Katie?
ahead and go.
Katie.
Go ahead.
Katie's next.
Ladies first.
While I totally understand why KBC has been picked and understandable of the reasons why, I am 100% going to go with Young Spine. And if we were going to go a run score on that, they'd be at least 5. I just think that they have a more experience totally together as a team than the newer KBC people that are coming in. And yeah.
Kenny?
Man, this is a tough one. Like, there was almost any game at a week 1 I would want to watch. It would be this one, just kind of feel them out. I think both teams have a lot of new people. Oh, it's going to be a close one.
Just say it.
I think KBC they'll squeeze it out. I think it'll be very close. I think it's like a 1 to 2 point game.
Okay.
I think it'll come down to just a couple who really can kind of place kick a little bit better. Like I said, Young Spine has a lot of speed. So does KBC. They're fast too, man. They're two young teams, man. We got a lot of young, fast guys. Like, that used to be my team. It ain't us no more, bro.
Yeah.
We getting old. We still fast, but them boys is fast. Yeah, KBC, I think by like 1 or 2 maybe max.
Sean?
I'm just here to motivate people. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to go Young Spine. It's not a spread game, so Young Spine.
It's not Young.
I also didn't want to feel the Pendry wrath.
No, I mean there's no wrath. I think for them too, this is a game. I think
there's no wrath for me. I'm
this
retired.
isn't a game that's going to define their season, but it's going to be a game that's really going to define, I think, how the Tropics start their season, how they're going to play in their schedule, and it'll be a good test of the leadership with 5 newcomers coming in. I mean, I'm not ignoring that, and I'm weighting it heavily on that alone. Athletes or not, we've all played long enough and had new players enough times to know that sometimes you could practice all you want, and then Sunday comes and you couldn't hit sand if you fell off a camel in the desert. It's just the way it happens. So, like I said, I'm here to motivate the Tropics. I'm here to motivate Young Spine. I'm really excited to see how they continue, and if they continue the way they left off last year, good fucking luck to whoever they play all season long.
Both the teams are on the come up. So
Indeed.
that'll be those are the games I like to watch the most. The teams that are coming up, like, those are the most fun games.
Cougar?
It's the Tropics.
Wow.
That's it.
Retired.
I am retired.
Ben had a pick on that one, right?
Yes, he did.
Which is his pick?
Tropics. He picked Tropics.
Tropics. That's
Yes, he did.
Also, Cougar, you're loud enough. Why did you speak into your microphone? You could have just yelled into Katie's.
Yeah.
I just
Well, contrary to popular belief, there's no one for him to yell at, or he didn't proceed to kick a pop-up right before
Not
this.
yet, not yet, at least, yeah.
I
can't yell at Jeffrey no more. He's not on my team. Otherwise, I would yell at him like I always do. I'll give him a hair dryer treatment.
So, nice
That was
little.
cool. I never yelled at you. You're fine.
So we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep it moving on. YSC 3 at 5 p.m. Another name change. Taco Zone which we have an applicable list of allowable nicknames, and Kansas Taco Zone is on there. So KTZ is now on the menu.
That's the easiest one to transition from the C to the Z.
Well, there was never.
it was never KTC. Will you stop it?
So
And it's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, it is
Even
Tuesday.
better.
I always call him Kansas Tree Care. I always did.
You were the only one.
It's the official name.
Exactly.
Yes,
It's the official
you are the
name,
outlaw.
Doctor.
He's a rebel.
I mean, so personally for me, out of all the 5 o'clock games outside of the Ghosts and Harpies, this is my must-see matchup of the week. Taco Zone and Love Garden, week 1. It's going to be, I hope Marcus is recording it because it's going to be something that I think everybody should watch. If you're going to want to,
think
if
Marcus
you've
got
got
some new
5
batteries.
players coming into your team this year, this is a game that they're going to want to watch, win, lose, or draw after Sunday when they get home to see just what
100%.
exactly the bar is in this league.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering what happened last year in the games, it was a week 6.
Yeah.
Somehow, what was then Kansas Tree Care? They shut out Love Garden 5-0.
Yeah.
It was a shutout.
Well, week 6, I believe that was a travel. No, maybe not a travel,
travel
weekend.
week?
I
No.
think it might have been.
Hey, no excuses.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
excuses.
No excuses.
We don't do excuses here on the
Yeah.
podcast. If you're missing
Yeah.
a player or something, it doesn't matter. You know
Yeah.
when you play, you know who you play. You got to get your people there. I know Love Garden has added a couple people. Isn't Miss Jess went
Yeah.
to Love Garden? Huge.
That's a big addition, both in the
That's all I
field
got.
and
That's all
on
I can think of
offense.
that went there. But I mean, yeah, both really good teams. What KTC coming off their charity dub? How many years in a row have they won that damn tournament?
A lot.
A couple.
That's
Yeah.
a Cougar question. He would know something
I
like
played
that.
them like 3 years ago, and they won it. I got to say it's at least
It's at least
they won
4.
it two,
I think
3
it
or
was
4 in a row. Charity
I'm
champs.
sure Jess is their only addition.
Is Jess the only new one?
Yeah, look
okay.
at the rest of their roster.
I
no
thought
one
there was
new.
one more.
There's not a wide
No, the other
roster.
one I'm thinking of that was different. That was different. Okay, yeah, that'll be a good game.
Is that
That'd be a good
Rob, the
game.
Robert that's on there? Robert Lyon.
Oh, I think I was thinking of Bailey,
Yeah.
and she went to Harpies.
Yes, yeah.
That's who I was thinking of. The other girl. My bad. Yeah. Bailey from Button Grind went to Harpies. Yeah, she's great. But yeah, go see that game if you're around, man.
All right, then YSC3 at 7 p.m. What is now steadfastly blossoming into a nice little rivalry. The Scoonies play at Empire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, Empire actually has expectations. We're going 5-5 last year, so this is a
Yeah.
brave new world for Empire. Kicks
I
back.
know Brant did let me know that he was definitely going to be
geez. He's had
listening
something
very
to-
intently this evening.
Oh, you know.
Oh, he has something to say
Brent,
to you.
Come on down, brother.
No, he has a message to say to you, Sean.
So
we
he's
got a-
sliding
This
in
will be a
everyone's
very
DMs.
competitive
I
game,
love it.
too, for sure.
I want to hear the message first before I'll respond.
How the league has turned into is almost
All right.
every game can be competitive
So here's the message.
with the new schedule.
Sean, you may have assembled a super team, but well over half of Empire will never know what it's like to lose the Poshwash. I'm sorry we broke you.
No way he said that.
Quote unquote.
Wow. Was that live tweeting as this
No,
is
he
happening?
messaged me. He messaged me. He messaged me. He messaged me.
Was that what we're calling it?
He did.
I told you,
He
it
did.
sounds like a sexual reference. It's weird.
Oh no.
You know.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
Right.
You know.
It's not Twitter. It's Facebook messaging.
I'm going to put this in very simple terms. We're going to start off. I'll respond very quickly. First off, I'm going to go ahead and put out a challenge, and we're going to go on a run differential. And I'll throw out a secondary one on win-loss. So head-to-head, we'll look at Cyport and Empire at the end of the year.
Let me write this down.
I will go $10 per run
Skyport.
that Empire has scored more than we have, plus or minus.
You guys have Marcus.
And then we're going to... Oh, I'm just throwing
Hold
out
on. Let him
challenges.
speak. I got to write this stuff
Just
down.
writing stuff down.
Hard head to head, 10 runs per run, $10
and then
per run.
On the record, we'll go 20. 20 a game.
we got
20.
And it'll all go to the charity.
20 a game?
20 a game, yeah.
20 a run. 20 a
10,
run.
10 on the
I
plus.
can't wait
Baby,
till he
don't
gets
bet.
embarrassed the
Do not
first
bet,
2
baby.
weeks. It's
Don't
gonna be
bet.
great.
Don't.
Brandon's cringing.
Don't bet.
20 a
He's
run.
gonna be cringing. He's gonna be cringing.
Junior, that's your job.
Sean's gonna be
I'm just
cringing
throwing
after
it out
week
there.
2, not
We can
wanting to
come-
come to the
Head to head,
podcast because he
20
lost.
per run.
And here's
20.
the deal. We can definitely come to different terms. We want to do like $1 a run. It's all for charity.
I heard 20.
Whatever we want to do.
I heard
Okay.
$20 a run.
I heard $20
moving
per run,
on,
too.
speaking of breaking
Check the
someone,
tape.
There is absolutely no way that any of you sitting here would be pissing and moaning about what Brett Veach did 6 years ago and has built a Super Bowl winning dynasty. That's okay. But a team hits rock bottom in KVKL and you get a hard reset and you start building a new team trying to ascend to the top
Literally
again.
zero comparison there.
I was
That
going to
is
say,
the
did you just
worst
compare
comparison
Patrick
ever.
Mahomes
That
to
is the
KVKL?
worst
Time out.
comparison I have ever heard. Literally, like flat Earth and actual Earth. That's the worst comparison
No,
ever.
I'm not saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Bryson is fucking.
Okay, wrap it up and moving on to the next game.
You seen our schedule? All right.
Again, embarrassing yourself. Bye.
Sounds like a bitter Patriots fan.
You're welcome, Brant.
And this coming from the person that yelled that I was going to win the Diana plate every year for 9 years until we actually won. So,
Hey, I'm not throwing out that we're winning anything. I'm just throwing out Charitas challenges, perhaps for the upcoming season. Who knew?
oh yeah, but you're going to whip our asses as per whatever podcast that happens somewhere in some other weird place with two people that we don't really talk about. Bye.
Did that come out of my mouth?
No, it came out of your co-captain.
That is correct.
Hey!
That is correct.
He compared possible.
And there is absolutely nothing wrong with being confident.
You and your co-captain are off the rails. I just want to say that
can
right
the
now.
team,
a long year from them guys.
Can the team that got run rolled by Arbar issue challenges?
Strap in, baby. I can't wait for the ride.
We've been strapped for the last 3 weeks. Thank you.
Oh, I know. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see you
was
guys
good,
week
Chris.
2 when we kick your ass by 20 points. Hey!
By 20. Okay, Ghosts by 20 week 2. We'll put that in the group
That's not till next
chat.
week. Sean, that's not till next week. Move on. Next week, Sean. No. Sean, next week. Mr. Meredith, next week. No.
So focusing on to YSC4 at 5 p.m. JDE Shift at Post House.
By the way, JDE Shift has beaten Post House before in the regular season. I think it happened a couple times. So a little bit of rivalry brewing between, JDE Shift and Post House. Post House should win, but JDE is definitely a banana skin.
Here's the thing. JDE is the most slept-on team in the league. People always, when they do their rankings, they put them at like 10, 11, and they always beat the teams ahead of them. You get mine. JDE is super slept on. Here's what they do.
They didn't lose the D-holes.
They start off the year a little rough. We all know this. And they end the year strong, and they always go on a crazy tournament run. Because they have a bunch of people. They play softball together. They do volleyball together. They do dodgeball together. They do all these sports together. It just takes them a little bit to get going.
Kenneth, you're wrong. They went 4-6 last year. They lost 4 of their last 5 games.
Well, how they still made it into the tournament.
They
still
did.
made it into the cup run.
You're right. Everybody, but they to be fair, they did beat the Shirt Factory in the second round. Give them credit. They beat Shirt Factory in the
got me
second
the
round.
last 2
They did.
years too.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I just think JD's an incredibly slept-on team. I think Post House is Post House. They're great, but I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll still be a really good game. First game of the year, you never know what the fuck's going to happen, man.
Yep.
You never know what's going to happen. So
I'll say JDE took Johnny's to the 8th inning, and we were down 5 or 6.
That's true.
Yeah.
They did. That's true.
Yeah.
the tournament,
Yep.
they always do very
Well, then, I mean, you have a.
That's what I should have said. Tournament. They
did.
kick ass.
They did. That's true.
They lock
They
it.
did.
They kick
It's
ass.
true. They did. That's true. They did. Yeah.
So I'm just going to come in here and say my 2 cents. I've heard Marcus's name floated around, and we just talked about Post House, and he's no longer on that team. But this is my my motion for KBKL to subsidize his new video production company. Just major shout out to Marcus for going out there and recording and then editing all these damn games.
That's true.
If you are new to the league, maybe look into peeking at some film because that's now available for KVKL. So shout out Marcus.
After the game.
Oh yes, post after the game. Yes, it's not live.
Last year, Bryson had talked about putting together a donation so we could get him another battery, so we could run another camera, and we could get
I think we can get enough people to donate money
no doubt,
to
no
get
doubt.
Bryce another battery. For, like,
So-
more games.
Are we
So,
trying to put a cost of
Bryson could buy a whole new set of fucking video
Talk
cameras
about
with
this.
his fucking
Talk about
money he
this.
makes,
My
so.
understanding, Bryson is rich.
I just would like to piggyback off of what Carrie was saying there and remind everybody that it is literally post-game film for you to watch for future. It is not any sort of way of a
Not live
VAR system, nor
Yeah,
any
yeah.
sort of way to...
You're not going to have calls.
should
over-
happen.
Maybe you should watch it
VAR
as a
should
referee. And you
happen.
can make yourself better as a referee and watch the missed calls or calls that you made that were correct. It's literally post-game film. Also, shout out to Marcus for that because I actually work in video production and I have refused for years to do that because of how much time and work and effort it is. So thank you, Marcus, for that.
And
Appreciate you.
even more credit to Marcus. I don't want to be that this is a hard, firm line number, but I think he told me he was going to have 4 cameras for this year. So
He did add. I did hear that.
I know we're
recently.
going
He
to
did
have
add
four
yep.
cameras.
So
he
even more time for editing. So
Yeah.
if anyone is savvy in video editing, please reach out to Marcus, and he would love the help
Indeed.
for sure.
Not me.
Help at, especially if you're going to want to have one of your games recorded or request to, definitely reach out. You can reach out to Marcus. You can reach out to me. We can see about what the schedule entails that week. I know we've got quite a few great matchups year round. So we're going to be spreading those videos all across. And like you said, everyone else already knows Marcus does a phenomenal job. So
He does,
without
he does.
him,
Absolutely.
none of that would be possible. Speaking of which, we'll just go ahead and drop this here on the tentative schedule. Marcus has said for the week 1 recordings, 5 p.m. YSC 8, LFK Rays versus the Rick Rollers. 5 p.m. YSC 3, Love Garden versus Taco Zone. 7 p.m. YSC 2, Young Spine versus the Tropics. And 7 p.m. YSC 7, Rockets versus Cyport. And then, of course, the Sunday night
Skyport.
game of the week, Jazz versus Youngling. And maybe if Mike is Yingling, I'm just, there's like 8 more messages popping up and I'm scrolling. Also, I'm supposed to poke Mike. That way, if Mike Z brings his, we can get the global game recorded too. And then I would assume after Brant's comment, Empire will be recorded as well.
You can poke me too, because James and I, or I should say Junior and I don't know why I said James.
You got
That
it.
was weird. Junior and I were just talking about recording
check,
our
James.
game too. I actually have a GoPro, so I might
So-
try and record our game too.
And that's like half the games for this week. So, if this league-wide pitch in too, if more of you want to post your GoPros on the fence, post the video up afterwards, by all means do it. The more eyes that get to see your game or to share it with the rest of the league, the better. So, thank you to Marcus on that as well.
Thank you, Marcus.
YSC 4 at 7 p.m. Asteroid Head at R-Bar.
Chris, it's your game.
It's a what?
You're gonna need
It's Chris's
a little more
game.
than that,
It's
Chris.
Chris's
Come on.
game.
I'm not Clay level loud.
Hey, all I
Nobody
know
is.
is Asteroid Head is going to bring the heat. They are Asteroid Head. They had a nice little run, I believe, at the end of the season last year too. Just played really well together. R-Bar, I think, played.
I believe we played him last year and lost.
Yeah, I was going to say I think that you guys had them and lost by like 2 or 3. It was a good game.
Yeah, I'm trying to. No, I wanted to say that was our grass game last year, but I don't think it was.
Ooh, that
Asteroid
doesn't
Head?
count.
Our grass game
No,
last
no,
year
no.
was
Astro Head
Sacred
is week
Zone.
1. You lost 15-10. It was not grassy.
15-10. Yeah, it was week 1.
Week 1.
So, not that this makes a grand difference, but week 1 last year I wasn't playing. I was still recovering from shoulder surgery. So,
Are you okay now?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
No,
good.
I had a.
No, now are you okay?
Well, I'm not okay, but my
Well, I'm talking
shoulder's
shoulder.
okay.
Is your shoulder okay?
Yeah, the shoulder's
Okay, good.
I had a torn bicep tendon at the beginning of last season, so I missed several games.
I don't remember
But-
playing you last season. You were gone all season?
I didn't get to play you guys either, but I did come
We had
for
a keg?
We had a keg party. Oh, I drank out of the keg. I
Keg
just
did
didn't.
not last long,
I just
brother.
know it did not. No, it did not.
Keg did not let. We said we're getting,
We were
Next time we
professionals.
play, we're getting full keg.
We
We're getting
brought
full keg.
limes to a keg party of Modelo. I'm pretty sure it was Modelo.
It was Modelo. We got Modelo.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Clint Curtis. Provided, helped us out with the keg and the
yeah.
top and everything.
Thank you, Kamish.
But no,
fun.
yeah,
It was fun.
our bar lost close-ish game to Asteroid Head week 1 last year.
Yeah. Beginning of the year.
That being said, we've got some returning players this year. Isaac Welsh comes back to our roster. Him and his
Nice.
wife both.
Nice.
They
nice.
had their baby last year, so they got a year off.
A lot of R-bar babies.
Oh yeah, a lot of R-Bar babies
Teams.
right
The
now.
team's active.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole 20, 40 R-Bar squad going right now, so
Man.
just be prepared.
We're working on the same ourselves. We have like a young honey badger team, like 15 years. They're going to be good.
Oh yeah.
That R-Bar Labor Day party was wild.
So, that being said, Isaac Welsh coming back to our squad is going to be, a huge boost to our lineup as usual. And then I pulled a couple people in from my fall ball team.
You're going to have James with 2 ankles this year? That's dangerous.
So Clay and I talked about that a little bit today. I sure hope James can stay healthy all season.
Yeah, right.
That's a lockdown center fielder for us.
Indeed.
I added 2 more outfielders for us this year in Sam and Sebi. They're a set of twins that play on my fall ball team, and they bring some awesome speed, great catching ability. So we are taking on a very familiar face, but we added some new and a little bit of the old. So I think we're going to be a step up from last year for sure. So
Good deal.
it's going to be a really good week 1.
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. Red Lion at the Sacred Sword.
And it's a pick'em game.
That's a pick'em game. Katie, do you want to? Katie gets to lead off this one. Pick'em.
What?
We've got Red Lion at Sacred Sword.
Someone's got to lead.
Yeah.
Someone's got to go first.
Number 1. What?
YSC 5 at 5 p.m. Red Lion at Sacred Sword. It's a pick'em. Not a spread game, just a pick'em.
Before we do this,
Why
do
would
we
you put
have
me on
any
the
Red
spot?
Lion additions? Is there any new players? Did you get any?
Father Time.
No.
Or are you guys still old and drunk?
No.
Increased our average age.
Yes.
Oh no!
Well, put it this way: I don't think that anybody on the Red Lion team is any sort of surprised at
Is
what
there
their,
anyone
what
in
that,
their
what their ranking
30s
is this year.
on the Red
None.
Lion roster? Is there
If this
anyone
was
in
a
the
soap
30s?
opera, it would be The Young and the Restless and Sacred Sword, and these are the sands of the hourglass. The days of our lives.
The sands of
days
the
of our lives,
hourglass
days
are
of our
almost
lives, that's
over,
right.
is what
Enough
is
said.
happening there. Yeah.
For lies.
The hourglass is almost houred out. I'm going to go with Sacred Sword, honestly. No offense to you. You guys are going to get your asses kicked.
It's true. He did go with Sacred Sword. It's true. I can vouch for him. He did say
Never
Sacred Sword.
be somewhere wins.
I think that more the over-under is who or how many Red Lion players are going to get hurt week 1.
Not Ben. Ben's never hurt. Ben's never hurt. Michael, you're up.
Well, that's a tough one. I'd be curious. I watched and refed a couple of Sacred Sword games last year. Yeah.
Same. No.
Young people got even more young people, and the old people, Josh and I, basically
Quit.
play even less.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. That's dangerous.
I'm going sword.
You need a commander on the field. You need a commander.
That's as close
Yeah.
as we need.
That's cool.
That's
Where you going, Michael?
I'm going sword.
Sword. Okay.
I mean, I'm the commander, and I don't play.
Kenny.
Well, I did play sword myself last year, so I played both teams last year. Redlegs, we had a very close game with. We were over on that weird.
Red Lion.
Sorry, God damn it. Too many damn teams. Red Lion. We played both those teams last year. Red Lion brings obviously a lot of rich history. They bring it. They bring a lot of experience. They're not to be slept on. They can place kick. Ben comes up and he does that weird kick. Like you have no idea where he's gonna.
It's like the
he's gonna
1-2 step.
kick.
It's
just
like
stands
Sierra
there,
1-2 step. That's what Ben's.
And then he like menacingly
line of it.
stares you down and just kicks it exactly where you don't
It's
think
like
he is.
1-2 step. That's it. He kicks. That's
He's
it.
a weapon. I also played Sacred
Like
Sword.
Sierra.
They were up on us. I had to
Just
rally
one, two,
my
one,
team,
two
get
steps,
them up.
like
Basically
Sierra.
what Ben is. Yeah.
Anyone
That's when you
get
think
it?
Ben, you
Yeah.
think Sierra. That's Ben. Yeah.
Absolutely. Fair.
straight fucking gang.
Yeah.
Stop.
Hey. Okay. So on that note, I got to take Sacred Sword. I got to take Sword. They're just fast, young. I played them. I think I went into our game even just like looking down a little bit on it, and they surprised me. I had to go rally the troops. Like, hey man, we got to turn this the fuck up. They're good. Don't sleep on them either. They're good.
I like that Sierra shout out. Like, great job, Marisa. You know, some of you might also know Sierra. She is married to Future's babysitter. Moving on. Oh no. Hey, Chris, you got.
Russell Wilson
Pew, pew.
is Future's babysitter.
Yeah, enjoy Pittsburgh.
It's a good thing that no one listens to our podcast anywhere
Oh my gosh.
ever in America.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, that was topical. Future's hot right now.
If there's one team I could never see Russell Wilson on,
It's the Steelers.
it's the Steelers or the Raiders.
So Chris disappeared. He just vaporized somewhere. So he's going to make his pick here in a minute. Cougar, who have you got? picked?
Chris, Red Lion or Sacred Sword?
Red Lion.
Red
Oh
Lion.
my word! Oh my word! He went Red Lion.
He's just trying to get free Rumple Mints from Nevervee. That's all he's doing.
Why Rumple Mints? Gross.
That's what. If you ever been to Red Lion, that's what Nevervee will give you.
Rumple Mints?
You think you're coming for one drink? Next thing you know, you're 7 Rumple Mints deep, brother.
So Cougar.
He said Rumple Mints. Gross.
Phoenix Suns game, you don't even like them.
What?
Cougar, who do you got on this one? Sword or Red Lion?
Sword. Yeah.
Sword?
It's Sword. Yeah. I can't. Wow. He can't be with Red Lion.
So that leaves. Oh, you picked Sword, right?
you
Or
picked Sword. Everyone picks Sword except Chris.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry, Chris. You're going to be the only one.
You're
I'm
the
going
only
Sword.
one. Yeah. There you go.
So shots if you win, right?
YSC
Yes.
5
There you
at
go.
7 p.m. Free State at the Red Legs. Yeah. There's
You heard it. He heard
Ben
it.
and Chris are shaking here.
You
If
heard it.
Red Lion beats Sword.
If Red
he's
Lion
buying
beats Sacred
Chris
Sword,
a keg.
Ben will buy Chris a keg. There we go.
KL exclusive, Ben.
So YSC 5, 7 p.m. Free State at the Red Legs. Another electric
It's
matchup.
a rematch from last
I mean,
year.
should be.
Red Legs, they beat Free State 15-8.
Yeah.
Week 9.
I rep that game. I rep that game. I also played Red Legs in charity tournament. I rep them a bunch. Red Legs are a force to be reckoned with, man. I would not mess with them. They are very athletic. They're led by Mr. James Finley, the Iron Leg himself. Don't let the gray hair fool you, brother.
I think Jordan's their captain now.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Jordan's a great captain as well.
Unofficially, Badger's my captain.
Yeah, love that. All I'm saying is they're a really good, very athletic team, very fast, a lot of good legs, and they get hyphy, man. They're a good team. I've seen Free State do the same, but
I
think
think
Legs-
Free
I
State's
think
on
Legs
that
will
Red
get it.
Lion train and just getting a
Just
little
getting-
bit older.
yeah,
and
I don't know about
every
that.
other
All I know
year,
is
it's like
Red Legs are better. Like, they're better.
100% they are.
I think
100%.
Red Legs are like borderline like top 5 team.
I mean,
honestly,
Free-
I think
Free
Red Legs
State's
are
like
borderline
Free State's
top
think
5 team.
I'm right there with
Free
you.
State 16th going into the season.
They're really
Red
good.
Legs is 7th. I mean,
Yeah.
there's quite a
Seventh.
You gotta
discrepancy
forget.
there.
Also,
I mean,
they have the
and it's week 1, so
the RBI queen, Miss Betsy. If you don't remember from last year, they're good.
It's gonna be a good matchup. I'm excited to see that. I do have to agree with Katie. I think I'm more on the train. Seth proved me wrong. Hope you guys just come out firing. But
Seth's also a dad now too, so you
also a
know.
dad.
So that's
You have a
going to be
kid
a
and
big
you stop paying
positional
attention,
spot
so-
that's going to be hard to fill. So we'll see how it goes. YSC 6 at 5 p.m. The Ringers at the Bald Beavers.
Will this be the week that the Ringers will get their first ever win? No, I don't think so.
I don't think this is the week. I am really excited to see how the Ringers do. They ended last year really playing together very well as a team. They had some, other than learning the base running intricacies, they had some kids that could go out there and kick the shit out of the ball. I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year because knowing that they're returning the same team and then they've got some additions, they're going to be in a really good spot to not only get that first win, but kind of be in an empire position where it's, hey, you got that first win. How about 2, 3, maybe 4? I think 4 is very ambitious. But 1 and 2 doesn't surprise me at all if they get in that win column.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really, I think, interesting time to bring up like the changes and the movements, which we've all obviously brought up between everybody knowing who's moving to what teams as we've gotten here. But they're picking up 2 veteran players that have played for Poshwash for a very long time. Three. Thank you. 3 veteran players that played for Poshwash for a very long time. I think that's really cool that a team that is trying to get better.
Andrew
makes that move and pulls people onto their team.
Oh, yeah.
And that really is the move for lower teams to try to get better.
100%.
It's been the move for every team as they're in the lower quadrant getting better, is getting more people on their squad that know what they're doing, that understand what's going on, and to make make the rest of the team better
and
as well.
Knowing the intricacies of playing in KVKL games, the positioning, having that leadership of someone who, it's going to be your second year, so there's another new team, so you're no longer the new guys on the block, new folks on the block.
Yeah.
But
I know Brooks.
it's also
I talked to Brooks
going to
at the
get you
captain's
some
meeting.
really
He's
good leadership.
Very, very excited
with
for this
knowing
season, for sure.
in some situations where, I mean, even playing the Ringers last year, there was, when watching him and reffing them, there were situations where I felt like with just a little bit more knowledge that they would have won the game. And that's why I expect not 1, maybe 2, 3 wins here for him this year. I'm really excited to see what they're going to be putting out on the field, knowing that they're returning their entire team and adding some KVKL veterans. YSC 6 at 7 p.m. Speaking of new teams, the Woost will be taking on the Midnight Tokers. Going to be exciting to see. I know that Marcus did throw out, curious to see if more, I'm sure, towards Ben, but I believe it over-under on wins on 4.5 for the Tokers. So he said to let him know if there's any bites on the line. But Ben's just thrown his hands up, so I'm guessing he's going to sit on it for a while and listen to the rest of the schedule.
We said before earlier, it's Barry Littlejohn and Chaska, who are captains and co-captains, but everyone who's on their roster are people that have been in this league for a long time.
They've all been in the league a long time. They all play
and,
City League.
Yeah, they've all played City League. So this is kind of a who knows what's going to happen? We'll see what happens. Sort of.
I think
game.
it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, City League's a lot different, obviously,
For
from
sure.
KVKL, but you still have that experiences like when Brutang came over and
Exactly.
and everybody maybe not had the highest expectations for them, and they had a pretty damn good
Exactly.
year. 'Cause
Yeah.
They know how to play kickball, and they've played together for a while, and they also do other sports together. They do softball and stuff together too.
Same with
So you
all
have
these.
that, you have that chemistry.
Yeah.
I think that helps out tremendously, and I think that's a team that, unlike the Ringers, when they joined, they didn't really know a lot or anything. These guys know how to play ball already.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just throw them at the bottom. Like, I wouldn't never just go against them and be like, oh, it's going to be an easy win. They have people that know how to play already.
Actually, what I find quite interesting
that's what I
about
think.
bringing a new team in
Jeff, you're
like
ugly.
this, who does have
Fuck.
experience and background, is they are 36. So where
And old.
are they going to end up? Come a few weeks from now, where is their schedule just going to be too easy or too hard, or where's that going to play out?
We'll see
That'll be
what marquee
interesting.
matchup week has in store for the Tokers.
Exactly.
Also, dope name. Very dope name.
Indeed.
Very dope name. That's all. As a stoner myself.
YSC 7 at 5 p.m. Lawrence Shirt Factory at Sod Squad. Woof, woof.
Like I said, Shirt Factory, they picked up a couple players from the Tropics there and the channels. So, and it's good for the Shirt Factory.
And his brother?
Huh?
They got Brett and...
Yeah, Brett and Aaron joined the Shirt Factory, correct.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yep. And then they need some youth to go into a Shirt Factory. Even though they had a good season last year, much like, they're getting a little old, the core's a little getting old. Even to have younger players. So this is a good new addition for a Shirt Factory. South Squad had a really good season last year, going 7-3.
Yeah.
Really good season.
Hey,
for South
Katie,
Squad.
you want to hit us with that squad turnover for Sod Squad?
Oh yeah, stand by. Sorry, my team's
Yeah.
talking stuff already, and I'm supposed to be in the podcast.
That's what's, for me, I figured you'd be licking your lips, Cougar, and just getting ready for week 1 with this matchup, knowing that the return to glory is on its way.
Of what?
For Shirt Factory. I think that appropriately scheduled, but I think this will be one of the...
Same team.
Same team?
Yeah, no changes.
No changes?
No
okay.
changes. I think they picked up one lady that was different from last year, but
Yeah.
other than that, everyone else is the same.
Saad,
Yeah,
yeah.
Saad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that team too, though.
So I think
Solid people on that team for sure. I agree.
On paper, that like I said, this would be one of the up at my top. No turnover, pretty much for either squad, and just adding for Lawrence Shirt Factory. Maybe this might be that time they avenge that loss, or we could see how they're going to cohesively make it through the week.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a really good challenge, knowing that all of Sod Squad's back. I thought they lost one, but haven't lost nobody.
I mean, it's definitely not a team you want to sleep on like that. But I mean, Shirt Factory has done what they always do. They always have a good year.
By the
They got
way,
good leaders, and Brett and those guys, like they bring a lot of athleticism.
don't forget, there's one team that beat Giants last year. There's one team that beat Giants last
Indeed.
year. It was Shirt Factory.
That was.
So, careful.
YSC 7 at 7 p.m. Cyport at the Rockets.
Oh,
What
boy.
does CBK stand for, dog?
Oh, Jesus. Look,
Cheeseburger Kings.
Cheeseburger Kings. Let's go with Cheeseburger Kings. Let's go with that, yes.
What is CBK?
Oh, here we go. God damn it. Oh, God.
So we're just going to call the tropics the reflection of perfection.
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. But considering that
Yeah, I'm the sponsor, I'm
allegedly
not
our name's
perfection.
theirs backwards, it's got layers to it.
I don't care. They can name whatever team they want. I honestly don't care.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah,
I don't care.
Not Cougar.
What is CBK? I need to know.
Cheeseburger
Kings.
Yeah.
Yes, Cheeseburger
Sure.
Kings.
Cougar likes cheeseburger.
I love cheeseburgers. Have you seen my body? This body's
Nope.
built by
Let's
cheeseburgers.
just keep it moving, guys. So,
Probably built by cheeseburgers,
yeah,
yes.
first game, first of the year, new look, Cyport. I'm excited to get back out on the field
See you, Junior.
Have a good night, Junior.
My core.
See you, Corbin.
and see how the Rockets do, see how week one goes. I think it'll be a fun game.
Last year, Cyport CBK, they scraped by the Rockets 6-5.
Indeed.
Week 9.
Yep.
Week 9.
And then I believe we just barely beat them in the
Semifinals of the boot?
Yeah, the boot, yeah.
Or, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We'll see.
looking forward to that.
Yep.
YSC 8 at 5 p.m. Rick's Rollers at the LFK Rays.
This is a pick'em game and a spread game.
Okay.
Yes. Winner and by how many runs?
Rollers at LFK Rays.
That's Rays are triple X.
That is don't call me TPS. That's a report,
It is
not a nickname.
tic-tac-toes, not what Ben calls them. I'm not.
Have the rollers in the house here too.
I know.
Exactly. Triple X.
Yo.
There
So who
is-
wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
I'd love to. All right. I'd love to. Yo, Rick Rollers, here's what I'll say. Don't sleep on these. I know Jeff doesn't want me to say this, but I'm going to say this anyways. They played really well in the charity tournament. They took Johnny's. What was that? The walk-off? I mean, it was charity tournament, so it was a little different, but still, don't sleep on the Rick Rollers, man. They got a lot of new additions. They got my boy Malloy, insane speed, probably one of the best athletes in the league. Jeff is insane, bro. He's been recruiting.
First of all, I could have told you
everyone.
Jeffrey's insane.
Jeff has been recruiting everyone in the league. Jeff has been on the move because you know what? I was going for Malloy.
He learned
and he
some
stole him out of my
learned
grass.
some tricks after once being the hottest free agent in KVKL history.
I think out of the teams that took the biggest jump up, I
was
think
the ghost.
Rollers took like one of the biggest jumps up. I think that they're going to surprise a lot of people. I think that
this
they're
year.
really good. And,
Oh, yeah. Who's your pick?
Oh, I got Rollers for sure.
By how many?
By how many? Yeah, fuck yeah. Who the fuck are they playing against?
LFK Rays.
Triple X.
Oh, well, I'll go 4. I'll be generous here. I will say 4. Jeff, don't let me down, dog. Don't let me down. Malloy, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Wait, there's other members there of Rick Rollers over there, but okay, fine, whatever.
Cougar, what's your pick?
What's that?
What's your pick?
What's my pick? I don't know why. LFK raised by 1. I don't know why.
What? Jeff, shame him.
Is that an app we can have?
Yeah.
Yes, we should. We should. They should.
If it's not, can someone invent that, please?
Also, Roller's got Chance from the Ghost. Don't sleep on Chance. Really good athlete.
Chance or S Chance? It always says S Chance on the damn like.
I say Chance.
S Chance.
Name is Chance. It's not that hard.
S Chance.
It's like chance, but with an S. Chance. Not that
Chance.
hard, people.
Yeah. I don't know how that's hard. Chris.
S Chance. Chris.
I'm just going to get right to the point. Ben's got a keg for me picking his team. Marisa, what do you got? You bringing the pizza or what?
I got the sauce.
All right.
Yeah, I'll stick with the keg. But no, I'm going to go with Rick Rollers, and I'm going to go by 3.
Michael.
So we play the Rays later in the season, so I don't really want to
Indeed.
give them bulletin board material.
Like you care, Michael.
Yeah,
like you
it's
care.
fine. Me and Carrie are going to miss that game, so...
No, who cares?
I'm going to go Rollers by 7.
Ooh.
7. Oh my.
Damn, Michael.
She's like, damn.
I think it's apparent Katie doesn't fuck with the Rollers.
No, I'm going Rollers as well.
Okay.
how
And
many?
I say that because there's something to be said about teams playing together at least once or twice before a season starts.
Yeah.
And not that LFK is a very tight team in terms of their relationships and family and their love for each other, but they just haven't played together at all. And they don't have a lot. They've lost a few, but they haven't really gained but one person that's changed.
Well, it's about
but you guys played really well in the
leadership
charity
as well.
tournament. I will say I was going to say 7. Which is
7?
why I said, damn, Michael. So now I'm going to have to go Rick Rollers by 8.
Oh, damn.
John.
7.5. 7.37.
I think this is the Rick Rollers year that they're going to really going to turn up and surprise a lot of teams.
I also will say that Chance going back to Rick Rollers is no surprise because we stole them from Kicking Assets 2 years ago. So that really wasn't a surprise at all.
Man, we got a lot of runs here on this spread. Man,
It's kind of everywhere.
I mean, yeah, I'm right on that Rollers train. They've got some really good new additions, and I haven't seen the Rays this year. I did not get to head to the charity tournament, so I'm just going to kind of follow the leaders here. But based off of what I've seen on the additions and subtractions and turnover, I'll go Rollers by 9.
Oh shit, Malloy, you better go crazy. You better go crazy, son. You better go crazy.
All right. I got him.
What was Ben's pick?
Ben's pick was by 2. So I'm the only one to pick the Rays. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. So just like Chris, the only one that picked Red Lion. Getting a keg, baby. I'm only picking the Rays. I'll probably get nothing for it. That's okay.
All right, so Cougar, we're gonna
Don't throw this for me, Ben. Don't throw this.
What is the Ray? This isn't Tampa Bay. What is the Ray?
Well, you do know that Tampa Bay's official logo, not their mascot.
They have Rays. There's no Ray in orange.
That's a mascot. Their official logo is a ray of light.
Ray of light.
So is this what it is?
I would
you for the
assume
falsetto
so because
there,
they're
Doc.
all rays of our light.
Hey, you
ray
never
of
know
lights
what's
our
in the
lives.
Kansas River, Kenny. There could be anything in the Kansas
Yeah,
River.
Emberly, we need you down here. We need a response. Are you a manta ray, a ray of light?
Ray of light.
All the above.
I've also been wondering too, but I've had more important things to worry about to get this league started for this season. To worry about what the team name is representing.
Okay.
You can reach out to Sam and Emberly and Brandon yourself.
All right, YSC 8 at 7 p.m.
Bear in Chicago. Just saying.
What? You haven't been to the bars after 8 p.m.?
Let's not go there.
They all hang out.
What are you
Like
talking
they go.
about, Kenneth?
They have a adjacent party zone. They all go out and party down there.
I've never seen
What the hell is he talking about?
All right, 7 p.m. YSC 8 Cork Suckers at the Soda Jerks. Exciting.
So you got beer versus soda.
Beer versus soda. Yeah.
Well, I got soda because I am the best drinker in the world. No, it's the soda. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just not a fan of liquor. Got it.
Derek when you need it.
I think Derek's working, so
Derek's
shout out
working.
to Derek.
That's all.
Where's Aaron? She don't work nights.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
So there you go, beer versus soda. But no, we'll see how it goes.
Should be a good game.
Yeah, Corksuckers 5-5 last year. Soda Jerks, they actually went 7-3.
Yeah, 7-3.
Yeah, Soda 6-4. Excuse me, 6-4.
Yeah.
So they're good season. Soda
Jerks had a really good year on paper last year.
They did. Yeah. So see how it goes.
And I think that they're going to be. They'll probably have just record wise. I see them scurry into that same record, but I think by the time the playoffs roll around, that they're going to be really gelling as a team like they always do. Playing together for a while. Yeah. A lot of veterans on the team, so they're going to do well, and it'll be a good game to watch up. Moving on to Hobbs Park, 7 p.m. Johnny's at the D-Hole.
By the way, Johnny's is our host tonight.
That is correct. For the first time ever, we are emanating live from Johnny's North, 401 North 2nd Street, right here in lovely Lawrence, Kansas, Cougar.
That's right.
The kitchen is open until 11, so you still got time to come down for the Degenerates ending and some food. Bar's open till 12. Don't miss out.
Cougar's here till 2.
No, I am not. I'm not here till 2 a.m. Shut up. No. Would you stop it, Kenneth?
Well, if Cougar keeps up with his shenanigans at work, he'll be moving in behind Johnny's.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Can I jump in?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, he's not.
What is it, Ben? Please jump in,
He's a
Ben.
cubby.
What? Oh, cubby. Oh, gee, what?
What's our bartender's name here?
Connor.
Connor, doing a great job.
Thank you, Connor.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you for the free pizza. Also, Michael and Carrie, I kind of want to know, how did you guys manage the personalities on your team to win the championship last year? Like, you had a Hollywood star in Wags.
Yeah.
It is always a fun challenge, we'll say. So he moved to a couple different places, it seems. Hard to keep up with him also.
He's a busy guy.
He's famous that way. But no, he moved. He made a couple games, came back for the championship weekend. And I will say it was kind of pivotal to our wins. The Squids game, he got it started.
That's my fucking boy.
Scored against Post House and I think KTC also. So as much as even I would kind of give him crap at times, it was fun. He earned his keep.
Congrats, Austin.
And then
Congrats,
some.
Austin.
Here's what I say. I know he's listening because he doesn't miss a fucking podcast. Wags, you're my boy. There's no one day. Bro, he cares about KVKL like almost maybe as much as Cougar cares about Shirt Factory. Like, he loves KVKL. He loves KVKL. Wags, I love you, brother.
Also, it's not Cougar, it's Cubby.
It's Cubby.
Oh, Cubby, I forgot.
Walking up to YSC,
I'll give you my password. Come on,
walking up to YSC for the tournament games, I literally saw Austin standing there, and I'm pretty sure he told me he just got there from the airport or something, and he's like massaging with a massage gun and the sweatband on, and it's like the dude was in it, so that was awesome.
So he made the Corksuckers game a couple weeks prior, and he showed up and had, like, right before the game started, he had locked his cleats, his jersey, and his shorts in his car. So he played barefoot. He kicked.
That's legendary.
He kicked once and played the field once, and I went, okay, you're done. And he wanted to go just murder his shoes. He called a locksmith, and they opened it up mid-game. It was crazy.
If you carry full coverage insurance, that's covered. I've learned that the hard way.
He probably
Bro, I did that
does.
1 week. I locked my shit in my car.
Yeah.
I don't know to go off on a tangent here.
Yeah.
Shout out Derek Davis for calling his
AAA.
insurance. Yeah. Got AAA out there. Got it unlocked for me.
I'm really excited to get to see this match. I know we play, I think, at the same time, so I'm going to have to watch that replay if it's available, knowing that we'll have one there. But I'm really excited to see. I think we all know that no matter what you expect in the preseason, halfway through, or going into the tournament, the D-holes always deliver. And yes, they are on a very similar Red Lion trajectory of, being more veterans on the team more than youth. So it'll be interesting to see how they start off the first game of a new season. Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. The D-holes always deliver.
How many is it from tremendous coach. Hammond is one of the better coaches in the league. For sure.
Hammond's one of the true gems of
Hammond is one of the better
there's
coaches in the league.
There's a lot of gems of KBKL, but Hammond is truly one of the brightest gems in KBKL. And he's absolutely, if you ask me, I think he's a top 5 kicker in the league. The dude is phenomenal.
And just his overall knowledge, like, and he refs a lot of games like me, and I don't just do it out of the love of the sport. I do it so I can learn your fucking team. So I know who bunts, who kicks. He knows that. He knows that. He knows what does the what. He makes adjustments. And that's how he got me last year. Honestly, that's how I truly believe it.
His game IQ is off the charts. And
it is.
If there's ever a rules question, that's the
so that's why D-Holes is always like he. And you could ask him right now. He would tell you that he's the gatekeeper of the top 10. He's always said that. If you could beat him, he said you can go in and play in the top 10. He lives or dies by that.
For sure.
I will. Yes. Second. Yes. Hammond is a very, very educated, experienced KBKL player. I'm biased, but the gentleman sitting to my left, Michael Linton, has a fair amount of kickball knowledge.
Oh, I wasn't taking nothing away from Michael. I was just giving.
No, I agree.
I was
But
giving my boy his flowers. Michael won a damn championship last year, a cup. I think he got his flowers.
But I think it'll
he
be
got his
interesting as far
flowers.
as like
Okay.
the whole match. It's kind of like a head-to-head of like.
No, yeah.
Like you're seeing some strategy.
And I see what you're saying. KBKL is. You can have the most athletic team. It's your strategy is almost everything, man. It's almost everything.
Good luck game planning for Zach. I don't know how you.
Yeah.
Hey, he's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Zach is just a freak athlete, bro. He's a freak.
So, yes, another one of the games to watch for the week. Definitely, if you can get out there after your 5 o'clock game. If you are not refereeing, head over to Hobbs early. Soak in that Johnny's at D-Hole's game.
I do want to very quickly send best wishes. So Lainey Timmons, one of our stud ladies, tore her Achilles playing soccer. So she has surgery tomorrow morning. So send good vibes that way. Be thinking of her. Rough 6 months or so ahead. So
I rep for your charity games. I rep for your charity games. There was a new addition, a lady on your team. I think it was Zach's cousin.
yeah, she's now on the team.
Okay, I saw. She was great. She was great.
No,
it looked
she's
like
gonna
she
be
had
fun.
been playing for years. She kicked the shit out of the ball. Like
Yeah,
it was like
college
Zach,
soccer
like
player,
man.
yeah. No, it'll be fun. Yeah,
Where do you find these people? Where do you find these people,
yeah,
brother?
Zach's cousin. So.
Okay, that
There you
makes
go.
sense. That just makes sense.
And then I went to high
family.
school.
Runs in the
Zach,
family,
so,
I guess.
Yeah.
Because
Indeed.
I saw her kick the ball like the first 3 times, and all 3 were just laser beams. And I was like, hey, I've never seen you out here before. Like, are you new? She's like, oh, yeah. Zach's my cousin. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was like her second game ever.
You bringing in new people that are just already just kicking
Natural
bombs. Like,
We're trying.
watch out for Johnny's, man. He's making a run.
Watch out for John. They're the defending champions. What's there to watch out about? Watch out for them. They're the defending champions.
Come back. What are you watching out for? Fucking cheeseburgers?
Obviously. Obviously, duh.
So,
Cheeseburger Kings is right to your left. That's what they're
moving on to our marquee matchup for week 1, Hobbs Park, 9:15 p.m. Game of the week, Yingling at Jazz House. I mean, this is, Katie would know, I think we were looking over Jazz House, just their roster. Real, yeah.
Yingling was
23rd Street.
Was
Correct.
23rd Street, and Jazz House is still Jazz House. But,
What did Rick have to say?
yeah, I mean, no, they're still Jazz House. They're very young, just slightly out of Drake's wheelhouse.
I talked to Rick.
You have to find it.
Lost a couple players.
A lot of interactions
I know
in the last
they
week.
had a quite
But
a
you know Rick.
yeah.
He found some new baseball players. Super
new track
athletic. I got
stars,
to
yeah.
meet some of them. He got some new track stars.
I was gonna say,
But
that's what he was.
You know what I hate to say is you can bring in all the athletes you want. You just need the knowledge there. And here's the main thing that I've seen from Jazz House. Jazz House needs a captain. They need a leader, and that's what has been kind of missing from that. They have the athletes. They just need a captain.
Lots of
They get
athletes,
that.
but never played kickball before, and they do
Yeah.
have a new co-captain in the actual
Hey,
player for the
I
team
met
this
him.
year. He's
Cool
very,
dude.
very excited to be a captain this
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
And he's the one that brought in a lot of
Hopefully
the
he can
younger
step
people
it
that are
up
on their team
and
too
make
this
it
year.
happen for them because
Yeah.
they really need that. They always have the athletes. And, you know, I got mad love for Rick. He's been around for a while. He's kind of a dinosaur.
kind of being the over-exaggerated.
Kind of.
Although a fun fact about Rick,
be a fun
if
game.
you added him to the Red Lion, their average age would drop.
I don't know about that. Hell, it was his
rebuttal
bedtime.
now.
He had to go home. It was his bedtime. It was his bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
No, I know. We know.
Yeah, he'll hear it
I'll
later.
say this. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good
It's cool that
first game of the
first
week.
game that those
Yeah.
guys get to play is under the
Ooh,
lights.
talk about
that's kind of cool.
make or break,
Gonna get
sink
some
or
pressure.
swim.
They don't know
Yeah.
what they're going to see because I know I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
I'm
them
coming
under
to game
the
of the week.
lights.
I'm bringing the noise. Are we calling the game? Who's calling the game? I'm bringing the funk. I'm bringing the noise.
I assume it'll be Mr. Pendry and myself coming along here.
Well, I'm coming to talk some shit on the side.
You better.
It's gonna be a fun game. And 23rd Street, I'm gonna assume they have most of the same players.
Yeah.
Love Yingling.
Yeah,
for that as
nice
well.
little
Great
name
beer.
change. Yeah.
Awesome beer. Should be a good game. Let's see how Rick brings them out.
Yeah, we'll see how Jazz House comes out, and if there's a little bit of adversity, how they respond.
I would assume a lot of them are new. They're going to be under the lights. It's going to be a little rough the first inning or two, but I've seen some of these kids. They look like they're really good athletes. Like they could,
Work
I think
those
it'll
jitters out
I think it'll
quickly.
still be a decent game, but knowing Shipley as well, he's going to have his squad ready, and
It'll be interesting to
even
see.
if I was a betting man, which I've been known to be, I would probably take England.
Yeah, going with the expertise. So once again, a big thank you to Johnny's here, 401 North 2nd Street, right here in lovely Lawrence, Kansas. Kitchen open till 11, bar till 12. A very gracious and fantastic first of many events, I'm sure, coming out here in the future. I'd have to look. I should know these types of things, but I've been working on so much stuff trying to get it together. I've forgotten. If I had to guess, I would say next week is probably Red Lion.
We're going to Red Lion. We're going to Louise's. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're
Wasn't
gonna.
there just an email that told us?
Yeah,
what it was?
it's
Okay,
all
I'll
in
find
there.
out. Okay.
Yeah,
this year.
I
We're
mean,
moving,
we're going to
traveling.
be going to the Jazz House again. We've got Rick's Place popping in for the first time. Louise's for the first time.
Rick's on there.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. We've got trying to spread it out as many of the sponsors that can and want to have us. We would love to be there, and we're trying to make it happen more and more every year. So it's a nice little spread. Chris, where are we next week?
I don't know for sure next
Oh,
week. I'm
okay.
still
Thought I
trying to
looked
find
it
the
up.
email. I do know that it's at our bar twice this season. So.
Oh, I think it might be 3 times.
Oh, it might be 3
Yeah,
because
it
we have
may
a
be.
playoff week.
Yeah,
We
we've
have
got
a
playoff week. So
Cougar After Dark the podcast there. Yep.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how you play your cards. Okay, next week is Red Lion, and next week is sponsored by Free State Brewing Company. So we'll get to them next week. Also, like I
job,
mentioned
Kevin.
before, I'm super excited about everything that we're going to be able to be doing this year for the Douglas County Special Olympics. Let's give it up for them. And this year, guys, my challenge to you is make bets with each other. Whatever you want to do, let's try and set a new record for the most that we've donated to any of our groups. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family. It means a lot to a lot of the people throughout the league, and it's going to mean one hell of a lot, more than a hell of a lot than we know, to the Special Olympians that are going to be able to have their travel, their gear, their training, and everything covered when they don't really know where those funds are going to be coming from. So that's my challenge to the league this year. We're here. Week 1, Sunday. We're just a few days away. Look forward to seeing you all out there. The weather's looking phenomenal. All I know is we should have no worries from the city on heat indices, so I think our bar should make it to week 1. Cougar?
I knew you wouldn't go the entire time without.
Hey,
something.
I'll
Clay
tell
and
you
I
what.
talked about
Hey,
this
I'll
before.
tell you what. I did reach out to Clay to see if he was going to come on, but with the baby, totally understand it. But if there was one person off the team who I knew could take the heat, it was Chris Robinson.
If anyone was at our last,
I told Clay that I fully expected to hear you go on for a lengthy amount of time about it. So I will say I am glad that you only got in. Well, not that I'm glad. I appreciate that it was kept to very minimal, so thank you.
If anyone was at our last podcast of the year last year, they would know Clay's feeling on this. I have a picture of Cougar.
Why do you think I didn't say anything? Clay said enough.
Clay
Clay
said
went
enough.
on a 30-minute tangent.
Hey,
okay?
Sean, did you know that the National Atmospheric Weather Channel, something rather, said that it was unsafe to be outside? Clay wanted me to tell you that.
Well, then maybe they should have yelled it louder. Because 35 other teams thought it was just warm enough. I'm just kidding. All right, Cougar, hit the damn music. Let's get out of here. I can't wait to join you all next Tuesday for the Week 1 recap live from the Red Lion.
Good luck to everybody.
Good luck, everybody. Here's to a great 2024 season.